In the final, desperate months of World War II, Europe was collapsing from all sides. The once unstoppable German war machine, the feared Wehrmacht, was now fighting only to delay the inevitable. Their supply lines were shattered, cities were turned into fields of rubble, and their army, once millions strong, was exhausted, hungry, and broken. Across the Western Front, German soldiers, entire battalions, regiments, and even full divisions started laying down their weapons. Not dozens, not hundreds, but hundreds of thousands of men surrendering, willingly, and sometimes almost desperately. By the end of the war, the number would reach an unbelievable figure. Over 500,000 German soldiers surrendered to the Americans instead of the Soviets. Why? Because by 1945, the German army understood one terrifying truth. Facing the Americans meant survival. Facing the Soviets meant death. Stories spread like wildfire across the trenches. Soldiers whispered to each other about what happened on the Eastern Front. Entire units wiped out, prisoners beaten, tortured, or executed. Some German soldiers had seen villages burned, civilians killed, and unimaginable brutality during their own invasion of the Soviet Union. And now, the Red Army was coming back, with vengeance in their eyes. The Soviets had suffered more than 25 million deaths. Their anger was unstoppable. Their advance was brutal. For German soldiers, surrendering to them felt like inviting death. American forces, though still fighting fiercely, followed the Geneva Convention more strictly. They fed prisoners, allowed medical care, and kept camps far more humane compared to what the Germans expected from the Soviets. German soldiers knew this. Many had relatives or friends who had already been captured by the Americans and had sent messages back through the Red Cross. The word was clear: if you must surrender, surrender to the Americans. As the Red Army closed in from the east and the Allies advanced from the west, German soldiers were trapped in a shrinking pocket of death. Every day, thousands ran west, desperate to escape the Soviets. Some marched for days without food. Some abandoned their vehicles, throwing away weapons, helmets, even uniforms so they would appear harmless. Entire units approached American commanders with white flags raised high. In some cases, German officers surrendered, with their entire battalion lined up in perfect formation, still disciplined, still proud, but unwilling to face what awaited them in the east. By April 1945, the surrender turned into a flood. Panzer crews abandoned tanks. Luftwaffe mechanics walked away from airfields. Infantry divisions simply collapsed. This massive surrender changed the final shape of the war. It saved countless lives on all sides, and it stands today as one of the largest mass capitulations in military history. In the end, these 500,000 men made a single, desperate choice. A choice between life and death, and they chose life.